Hello, Loop Power District, employees, retirees, family and friends, and welcome to this month's edition of Canal Chronicles. Over the last several months, I've talked a lot about new large loads coming into Columbus and the continuing growth of Columbus and our entire service area. This leads to a lot of issues for the district, including trying to meet this new load growth, putting infrastructure in place for the growth, making sure we have all the supplies we need for that growth, and working with the developers who are working on the growth. Meeting the needs and with supply chain issues that are out there, especially for transformers and other equipment, takes a lot of work and a lot of effort. And we really do try to work with our communities and the developers in those communities to make sure we have the proper equipment in stock to meet their needs when something comes forward. A lot of times we're surprised by some of the needs of our industry and our developers when they come to us and say, hey, we've got a project coming up and we need this in this amount of time, especially with some 2 to 3 to 4 year lead times for transformers and other equipment. Again, we try to work very closely with developers and our industry on this, and that's all goes into part as part of our budget for the 2025 and beyond years as we anticipate these needs and try to stay up with what is going on in our communities and in our 4-county area. We'll have more on this as we're developing our budgets in the next several months and working on what our rates might be for 2025. So stay tuned for more information on that as we go along. At the board meeting today, the board and management discussed district water issues. There hasn't been a whole lot that's been going on in the last several months as the district continues to work to put together our non-capacity license amendment that we will send to the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. We're working with FERC licensing staff on this amendment, and then once we get the okay from the FERC licensing staff, we will actually submit that to the commission for their review and hopeful approval. It's been a long process in putting this together, and we're hopefully getting near the end of that. In addition, we have received agreement from both the FERC staff and the Nebraska Energy Management Agency on the overflow structure at the headwork. We're now waiting on Congress to give us the approval to move forward with that, and once we have that approval, we'll send that out for bids and hopefully get construction started sometime in late 2024. It would be nice to have this completed sometime in 2025, although it may take a little bit longer depending upon business concerns and basically getting a contractor in place to perform the work. Once we get this bid, we'll let everybody know about the timing of the process and how long that will take to get concluded. So stay tuned for more information on that as we move forward. In July, the Nebraska Public Power District held a customer meeting in which NPPD's management presented their estimate for preliminary 2025 wholesale rates. Overall, NPPD's base wholesale rates will not be changing for 2025, but due to changes in the calculation of the production cost adjustment credit, the district will see an approximate 1% increase in purchase power costs for 2025. So the first question a lot of people will have, well, what will that do to my retail rates? As I mentioned previously, the district is working on budgets for 2025, and we will have more information on this later on as those budgets are prepared. But at a minimum, there will be at least a 1% retail rate increase for 2025 due to the increase in purchase power costs. It may well be that this is closer to 2 to 3.5%, depending upon where our cost estimates come for our budgets. And obviously our supply chain issues are creating issues that are increasing costs and creating delays on other needs for equipment and supplies. We'll be working on this in the next couple months, and hopefully in November and December we'll have an update on what retail rates are going to do for the 2025 period. So stay tuned for more information on this also. So, as many of you are aware, at the June board meeting, I announced my retirement date at the end of 2025. So as of December 31st, 2025, I will be retiring from the district. I will have had over 20 years with the district at that time and 20 years as the president and CEO of the organization. This is truly one of the best organizations I've ever worked for, and is really a great organization with special people that work here, including all my vice presidents and, quite frankly, all the employees. I've been treated with respect and dignity throughout my entire time, and yes, I have 17 more months to go, but I really want to say a special thank you to all of you for all that you've done for me over the years. I love working here at Loup Power District, and there's a lot going on right now. We've got a lot to get done in the next 17 months while I'm still here. And I will be working with the board of directors on developing a plan for my replacement, the hiring of my replacement, and how that will look in the upcoming years. In addition, at this time, my wife, Jo, and I do not plan on leaving Columbus. We plan on staying here for the near-term future because it is our home. I've lived in Columbus now since 1996, and previous to that, I lived here for 10 years from 1982 to 1992 when my parents moved out to Columbus from Iowa. I truly think of Columbus as my home, and if it wasn't for Columbus, I don't know where I would be at this point in time. It's a great community, and the entirety of the Loup Power District staff and employees, and even the people that we provide service to, have been great. Have we had our differences? Of course, that goes without saying. But truly, those differences have made us stronger and better because of those. So again, I really want to thank everybody for all that you've done for me. I'll have more to say about that in the upcoming months, but I wanted everybody to know now that it is official. That is my retirement date at the end of next year. Look forward to seeing what the next 17 months will bring as we do move forward. That means you have to look at me 17 more times here through Canal Chronicles, so get ready for that. But it's an exciting process. It's been a great journey, and I look forward to seeing what the last part of this journey will look like at my time here with Loup Power District. So with that, and as always, be happy and stay safe.